All right, welcome to The Explainer. We've got a news brief for you today on a massive shift happening right now in customer success. There's this new AI-powered playbook that's starting to emerge, and honestly, it's changing the whole game. So let's get into it.
So here's the headline, plain and simple. The age of what we call coordination overhead is officially over. For the very first time, we're seeing AI tools that are actually, systematically, taking apart the administrative junk that is just, well, it's bogged down customer success teams for years. And look, this isn't some prediction for the future. This is happening right now.
Okay, so to really get why this is such a big deal, we've got to put a name to the problem. It's a challenge that I guarantee every single person in customer success is going to recognize immediately.
We're calling it the coordination tax. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's that constant, grinding overhead, all that time you spend just pulling context from calls, trying to turn messy notes into actual plans, and just keeping everyone on the same page. It's that friction that just kills productivity.
And this right here, this is the heart of the new playbook. Think of AI as this incredible translator. It takes all that chaos, the scattered notes, the random emails, the raw data, and it translates it into clarity. We're talking unified plans, clear action items, and structured summaries. It's completely reshaping the flow of the entire workday.
So you might be asking, okay, how does this actually work? It's a fair question, and no, it's not magic. Let's dive into some of the specific ways this is being used right now across the entire customer journey.
What's really incredible here is just how broad the application is. I mean, we're seeing AI pop up everywhere in the customer journey. It's helping standardize that very first onboarding call all the way through to speeding up those critical renewals. It's cranking out everything from success plans to risk mitigation strategies. Basically, it's putting a system to all the stuff that used to be done by hand.
Okay, so all of this really comes down to three big capabilities. First up, standardizing workflows. Because AI can generate consistent templates and checklists, teams can finally get into a steady rhythm. And what does that mean? It means every single customer gets that same top-notch experience.
Next, and this is a big one, it's about making communication crystal clear. Just think about all the time wasted, just formatting a follow-up email or trying to write a clear report. Well, AI can now draft that first version for you. That frees up the team to focus on what really matters, the strategy, and actually talking to the customer, instead of messing with fonts and bullet points.
And last but not least, and honestly this might be the most powerful part, it's about analyzing customer data. We're talking about AI digging through usage logs, support tickets, call notes, all of it. And it starts to spot patterns that a human just might not see. Things like, hey, this customer seems to be stuck in onboarding, or flagging a risk that's just barely bubbling under the surface. Look, new tools are great and all, but do they actually deliver results? The answer we're seeing is a big yes. This whole operational shift is leading directly to business outcomes you can actually measure.
And that impact seems to be showing up in two distinct phases. First, you see the improvement inside the team. Things just run smoother. And then, that efficiency starts to translate into real, tangible results for the business. So in that first phase, what leaders are telling us is that they see the change in the day-to-day grind. Follow-up emails are going out way faster. The recaps from meetings are suddenly consistent and clear. And the quality of things like risk summaries is just way, way better. And then you get to phase two. Because the team isn't drowning in admin work anymore, they have the bandwidth to be more proactive. So what happens? They start catching churn risks much earlier. They're spotting those expansion opportunities that, before, were just getting lost in all the noise.
So let's bring it all home. What's the bottom line? What's the one thing that every single person working in customer success needs to take away from this?
The real promise here, the big idea behind this whole AI-driven playbook, is that it's completely redefining the job of a CSM. It's a huge shift from being a human coordinator to being a human advisor. The whole point is to spend way more time focusing on customers and way, way less time on coordination.
And that leaves us with one last, really critical question for every leader out there. These tools are moving so fast, right? They're going from being these cool little experiments to being an absolutely necessary part of the toolkit. So the question is your team equipped? Are they trained and ready for this new playbook?